Hi, everyone. Good morning. This is Antonio Muniz. Welcome to the new era of the LatPro experience. What is the LatPro experience, you may ask? It's going to be a series of weekly shows or podcasts or live streams, whatever you want to call it, that are going to be focusing on the topics that are relevant today when it comes to entrepreneurship and business ownership and having success at a higher level. So we're going to be focusing on the topics of money, the financial side of your business, how to think about money, how money works. We're going to talk about marketing, sales, scaling your business, execution, entrepreneurship. Um, those are the things that's our driving channel. That's what we're going to be talking about, and the idea is to make these shows short and to the point and do them once or twice a week. The challenge that we have right now for ourselves is to do one on Mondays and one on Wednesdays. Now, these things can change, but let me tell you how this is going to work. On Mondays, we're going to be bringing back Money Making Mondays, Magnificent Monday. And this is what we're going to be focusing on, the money side of the business. What we should be doing today to think bigger, dream bigger, make bigger, become bigger, and have the life that we all want to have. So Money Making Mondays, that's how we're going to kick off the week. And then on Wednesdays, we're going to be focusing on the other topics: entrepreneurship, sales, marketing, scaling, home ownership, not home ownership, but business ownership, I should say. And one of the envelope of that discussion is going to be something you're going to see throughout the Wednesday shows or episodes, is going to be highlighting why everyone, no exceptions, should have an entrepreneurial project. Whether or not you have an amazing career in corporate America, you should have an entrepreneurial project on the side. It's important that we all control our income, and that is I'm going to highlight how we can do that through entrepreneurship. And on Wednesdays and Mondays, from time to time, we're going to have special guests, and those guests are going to share with us their story. On Mondays is going to be how they handle their money, how they were able to generate the income that they have, and how to deploy that extra cash into to start building wealth for themselves, their families, and have an impact on their communities. And on Wednesdays, the interviews are going to be to highlight those individuals who have achieved and are achieving success through entrepreneurship and business ownership. So a lot of things happening. Super excited about it. I hope that you are too. And again, these are not going to be long episodes. This is going to be 15, 20-minute episodes, something you can listen to on your way to work, while you're working out, etc. When you way home, when you're running errands, when you going to your next appointment. These are the things that hopefully you can take advantage of in that commute or while you're working out. So let's get started with Money Making Mondays. Today's Monday, so this is all about money. And today I want to just highlight something that seems obvious, but is worth repeating. This is a time that we need to do everything bigger. Dream bigger, do bigger, live bigger. Honestly, to do all that stuff, we need to earn bigger. So it's important that we change and we adjust the way we look at things and see the possibilities of having more in every area of our lives. And I just want to highlight an example that I saw an interview the other day, and this was kind of it struck a chord with me. And the conversation was, hey, listen, a lot of times entrepreneurs and just about everybody, the public in general, still thinks that $1 million is a lot of money. And I don't want to say that it's not a lot of money, but it's not as much money as we think it is. When someone says, "Oh, that person is well off. They're a millionaire. They have $1 million." $1 million, honestly, is not enough. And you will realize that unfortunately, most people don't realize that until they have $1 million and they go, oh my God, my target was not big enough. And $1 million is truly not as much money as I thought it would be. It doesn't give me the freedom that I thought that it would. It doesn't provide the security that I thought that it would. So that's the premise. Having $1 million doesn't make you wealthy. It may make you temporarily rich, but it doesn't make you wealthy. And an example, and I know this is kind of an extreme example, but Peter Thiel, who's a big investor, he said he was quoted recently as saying, the single-digit millionaire cannot afford to access legal defense in America. I'll repeat that. The single-digit millionaire. That's someone who makes between $1 million and $9.999 million cannot afford access to legal defense in America. That's an example of $1 million of being a millionaire. It's just simply not enough. And so I want, and the reason I want to set that as the kind of the baseline for this discussion is that I want all of us to start thinking bigger. Instead of thinking $1 million is a target, we all should be thinking that the first target is $10 million, right? Being a decamillionaire, not a millionaire. And not just because of money's sake, but because it takes a lot more money to run anything today. It takes a lot more money to provide for your family, to run a successful business, to have an impact in our communities. You know, it's crazy because there's another poll conducted by UBS, the big bank, that said that millionaires, 67% of the millionaires that they polled said that they're building, having $1 million, having a couple $1 million did not provide the security that they thought that it would. You know, and they believe that any one single setback, you know, an illness in the family, a situation like the pandemic, a kid that has to go into rehab, an accident, a car accident that puts you in the hospital for several weeks. Any one incident like that, major incident, will destroy whatever financial security they thought I had. So therefore, there was no financial security in the single millionaire space, single digit millionaire space. So the one thing that they were looking for, this is people who were polled, was financial security. And being a millionaire did not provide that financial security the way that they thought. So it's just another example of, you know, how we need to think bigger, how we need to think bigger, do bigger. Thinking is not enough. Now we think bigger, we calibrate our goals, our target. Now we have to do more, think bigger, do more so you can achieve more. So that's really the topic for today. I just wanted to, introduce the concept of Money Making Mondays. It's going to be about wealth creation, not becoming rich, but wealth creation. And this is a journey that we're going to do. We're going to be on together. You know, this is a lot of the people asking me, what do you do all these shows for? I say, well, frankly, number one, I do it for me. This is an easy way for me to remind myself of the things that I need to do today to achieve my goals. And so Money Making Mondays, that's obviously on Mondays. It's going to be focused on that, on money, wealth creation, etc. And then on Wednesdays, we're going to talk about entrepreneurship, marketing, sales, scaling, vision, communicating that vision, etc. So the theme for today, or the topic for today, is we need to think better. We need to think bigger. We need to do everything bigger. Think bigger, dream bigger, do bigger, achieve bigger, so we can live bigger. And further in upcoming episodes, I'm going to talk about, now that you have this mindset of thinking bigger, or your goal being financial goal being much bigger than it used to be. How do we do that? How do we set the right goals? So now the right targets along the way, so we can achieve that bigger goal. So welcome again to Money Making Mondays, part of the LatProXperience podcast. And I'm looking forward to engaging with you. Of course, have comments, have questions, suggestions, put them in the comments below. This podcast or this stream, my goal is to put it out everywhere. I'm talking to Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, YouTube, of course, in our podcast, so all the podcast streaming services, Google, Apple, etc., Spotify. So look for it. LatProXperience. I appreciate you, downloading it, subscribing to it, and sharing this podcast. By the way, some of the episodes are going to be in English. Some of them are going to be in Spanish. It's double the work, but I think it's worth it. I think our both communities can be very well served by this content and the people that we're going to bring on board. So that I want to make sure that our guests can express themselves in their language of preference, English or Spanish, and so we can land better with the message. A lot of times when we try to translate something, it just doesn't land the right way. So we're going to be doing a lot of episodes en español. So we look forward to that. Again, thank you for tuning in today. Remember, Money Making Mondays, and then on Wednesdays, we're going to go into entrepreneurship and business ownership. For now, this is the message I want to leave you with. Have a bunch of problems. I encourage you to have a bunch of problems, but don't let money be one of them. So commit yourself to building wealth. Commit yourself to doing everything bigger, thinking bigger, dreaming bigger, doing bigger, living bigger, and contributing bigger, having a bigger impact, not only on yourself, your family, but on your community. So have a great rest of the week, and we'll see you next time.